All right. Welcome to science class today. Sorry I'm not here with you, but it is your lucky day. You do get to watch the video and follow along. All right. So today we're going to go on to the next part of our chemistry unit. We're going to start talking about the periodic table. I know we've talked a little bit about it in our last atomic structure unit, but we are going to go a little bit more in depth. Today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking a periodic table and we are going to color it. We're going to label it. We're going to learn a lot about the different parts of the periodic table. So first things first, everybody needs to get a new periodic table. We have them up at the front of the classroom. If you have map pencils or markers, pull them out. We are going to be needing a few different colors today. We're going to need black, orange, brown, purple, green, yellow, blue, and red. So make sure you have all of those colors. If you do not have all those colors, I do have some at the front that you can borrow. Please just take care of them and make sure they get back. I do not have enough for everybody, but there are enough for one per table. So you can share at your table if necessary. All right. So what we're going to do now says the first thing on our list is to number the groups 1 through 18. Now I'm looking at this table right here. Oh, look at that. We already have a 1 right here. This is a group. Groups go up and down on the periodic table. So we already have a 1 right there. Look at that. We already have a 2 right here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. They are all there already. So we have 1 all the way through 18 already done. That's awesome. We can just go ahead and say, check mark, done. Number the periods. Oh, look at this. Periods go from left to right, they go across. So we have period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, all the way through 7. It's already labeled for us. Look at that. Check mark, done. The one thing I do want you to do, or the one thing that you need to know that groups go up and down. So I'm going to just write this up here in the top corner. So group, and I'm going to draw an arrow up and down. Just so I know groups go up and down. Periods go across. So periods go left to right and go across. So I just put that up there to make sure I know that that's what's happening here. All right. And we already have this next part. It says draw an arrow to the bottom rows so we know where they fit. I'm going to go ahead and put a check right there because we already have this arrow drawn in. Look at that. This is amazing stuff. It's like everything's already done for us. Start group 13 and draw a zigzag line. Look at this. I found you a periodic table that already has this zigzag line drawn. Man, oh man. So we're going to put a check mark right there. We've done 4 things already. We are just flying through this assignment. This is awesome. Next, label group 1, the alkali metals. And it says red right here. So what I need you to do, I need you to go ahead and get out your red pencil or red marker. And we are going to just outline group 1. So I'm going to take my red and I'm just going to outline group 1 in red. So all the way down, go over, outline right like that. Okay, so group 1 is outlined in red, and I'm going to go ahead and label it. I'm going to write group 1 alkali metals. Okay, so group 1 dash, and I'm going to say alkali metals. A-L-K-A-L-I metal. All right, that's what I need you to do. If you need to pause this video, just for a few seconds to make sure everyone gets group 1 outlined just like that and labeled. We definitely need to have group 1 labeled up there. Go ahead and pause if you need to. I'm going to keep on going on to says, oh, I need to check that off, make sure I got that. Group 1 labeled. Okay, group 2 is the alkaline earth metals. It says this one, we're going to outline it in black. All right, so let's look at group 2. Remember, groups go up and down. So group 2 right here, outlined in black, and these are the alkaline earth metals. So right there, all we're doing is just outlining this group. So that is group. This is just not a very good marker right here. Might have to get me a different one, but I'll write it in pen right here. Group 2 is the alkaline earth metals. There we go. Look at that. We have 2 groups done. All right, I'm getting excited. This is fun. So we have group 1 labeled. We have group 2 labeled. We've already completed 6 of these things. Now the next one, whoo, this one's a little tougher. Transition metals. These have to be outlined in yellow. This is a large group of things. So large group of elements. We're going to start right here in this with this number 3, and we're going to go down around all the way down here to zinc and mercury. So I'm going to start right here, go all the way to the bottom, all the way across. Look at all of these amazing transition metals. We're going to stop at mercury. We're going to go up, and then just like that. So that is now the transition metals. Okay, so that's groups 3 through 12. So group 3 through 12, and that's transition metals. Okay, transition metals. All right. So next up, oh, wait. Have to make sure we check this off because we're doing pretty good. Just moving along. All right, next up we have the boron group. Boron's a good group. Boron group, it says it's going to be labeled in green. So this is group 13. So right here, group 13, we are going to outline it in green, just like this. Cross a single column, just like that. So group 13, boron group. All right, we have it outlined. We have it labeled. Remember, if you need to, pause it as we go. So that's group 13 right there. Next up, group 14. This one's going to be in purple or violet. This is the carbon group. So group 14, the carbon group. We're going to go ahead and say whoop right there. Coming on down, all the way down there, then across, and then, oh, look at that. Amazing. So this is group 14. And that's the carbon group. Done in purple. So there we go. Group 14, carbon group. Another name for a group is a family. So when they say carbon family, boron group, the family and the group can be used interchangeably. So group, family, same. I don't care which way you label it. Just have either the carbon group or the carbon family listed there. Next up, we have the nitrogen family. This is group number 15. And we are going to color the nitrogen family in blue. All right. So group number 15 right here in blue. Look at this. Whoa, buddy. Right there. Oh, that's so pretty. Right there in blue. Group 15. Nitrogen family. All right, look at this. Oh my goodness. We have made so much progress. Right there, done 10 of these steps. Now we're on to group 16. The oxygen family, we're going to color it in brown. Okay, oxygen family, group 16. It's the next column over. So just like this, outlining it in brown all the way, right there. And look at that, group 16, oxygen. Okay. Got that done. Next one, group 17. So we got 16 done. Next one, 17, is the halogens. It says the halogens we're going to do in white. Oh, look at that. It's already outlined in white for us. We don't even have to color it in. Look at that. But we do need to label it. So I want you to go ahead and write in group 17 halogens. And that's H-A-L-O-G-E-N-S, halogens. Special name for them. H-A-L-O-G-E-N-S. All right. The last group that we're going to deal with on this section of it. So we got the halogens labeled. Last group is going to be the noble gases, group 18. We're going to outline the noble gases in orange. Okay, so I have group 18 right here. Look at this. And going down and across and going down again. And look at that. This is group 18 noble gases. So I'm just going to make some space right here. So group 18 noble gases right there in orange. All right. Now we're moving on. We have bullet number 14 right there. Label the two rows of period 6 and 7, the lower rows. All right, so this is going to be the lanthanides, and they're going to go right there with lanthanum and actinide. So they're already labeled. Just underline them. Know that that's where they are. Lanthanides and actinides. All right. So we got all that done. Next thing it says to do, we're going to skip a few steps. This one we've already colored and labeled. So as we were outlining all that, we labeled it. So that one's done. Man, oh man, we are flying through this. Next we need to do is color the metalloids. And what we're going to do, we're going to alternate colors. We're going to go red, orange, and we're just going to do some dashes across it. That way we can see where they are, but we can still see the elements. So the metalloids, they're a special group. They're a small group, and they are located right along that stair step. So you remember the stair step that went all the way down the periodic table? So it's going to be located along that stair step. We're going to start with boron, and then we're going to go into silicone right here. So I'm going to put some orange in here. I'm also going to come back with some red in just a second. Then we're going to have some germanium and arsenic right there. So germanium and arsenic. It's just getting this line across there. Next up is some antimony and some tellurium. Okay. Going across there. And the last one that we're going to label like this is polonium down here at the bottom. And I said we're going to alternate the red and the orange. So I just did the orange. Now I'm going to do a little bit of the red. We're going to go ahead and fill in some lines on all these so we can see the alternating red and orange lines. Look at that. That is just, that is looking good right there. So it's going to look something like that. These are our metalloids. And just like we've been doing this whole time, we're going to have a label. So I'm going to, since we alternated the red and the orange, we're going to alternate it just like that. So the alternating dashed lines, and we're going to call this metalloids. METALLOIDS. So METALLOIDS. So that's just along the stair step. All right. We're going to learn more about what specifically the metalloids are, what they do, why they're special later. But for now, we know where they are in the periodic table. So just this little bitty section right there. Okay. So that was the metalloids. Next up is the metals. The metals we're going to do with a angled blue. And just blue, all by itself. And this is going to be the metals. The metals are the most prominent thing on the periodic table. Most things out there are metals. So we're going to start way over here on the left. And we're just going to start making our lines because this first group is almost all metals. Notice I did not color in hydrogen right here. Hydrogen is not a metal. It is a non-metal. So it does not get this nice blue marking. But all of these here do. Remember, this first one's called alkali metals, alkaline earth metals. This yellow group is called transition metals. Notice they're all called metals because they're all metal. We even have some funny things like sodium is in here. It's a metal. You think sodium is just like the salt that you have on your table? There's actually, that's a compound. That's sodium chloride. Sodium by itself is just a metal. And it's a very fun metal. When it touches water, lots of fun. And we're going to go into the boron group and the carbon group and the nitrogen group a little bit with these metals. Like over here, that's lead. That's definitely a metal. Aluminum is right here. That is definitely a metal. All right, so we have all that marked on the periodic table. These are all metals. But we're not done with the metals yet. Oh, no. This bottom part down here, these are also metals down here. So we're going to keep on marking. So all of our metals, just like that. Woo! This is a lot of the periodic table that is metallic. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Next up, we're going to do some non-metals. Non-metals, we're going to put in yellow and green. So we're going to alternate, just like we did with the metalloids, how we alternated colors. We're going to alternate yellow and green for the non-metals. So it's going to look something like that. There we go. And this is going to be for the non-metal. Like I said, we're going to alternate it. Everything else that we haven't colored in is going to be a non-metal. So there's not a whole lot of them out there, but a pretty good number. Definitely more than we have in the metalloid section. There we go, just like that. Now we're going to come back in with our yellow color to do the alternating lines. And then we're going to come all the way back over here to carbon. To get all these nice alternating green and yellow. Look how good this looks. Oh my goodness. just like that. And there we have it. Here is our labeled periodic table with the different groups and families that we have. And like I told you, we're going to learn a little bit more about this as we go on.